I told him that I don't want to pursue engineering. I want to go into completely like field of the mathematics. You face different kind of challenges, even if it's related to the client's requirement or there are some technical challenges too. So I got one project. If you are just trying to entering into the field of freelancing, at first you should have zero expectations and 100% dedication. Like someone is already working in a commerce side or finance side and they want to switch into that, then they can solely focus on this industry based or domain based project. Nowadays everyone is using AI, but how you can effectively use it, how you can automate your repetitive tasks. So in that way I save a lot of time using the. So firstly you have to learn DEX, the various kinds of functions which are available, and in this way you will get ready to like put yourself into interview and got a good opportunity. What people think is now they have the thinking of like degree doesn't matter or certification doesn't matter, but
today we are pleased to welcome a skilled and passionate data expert Anmol Malviya to our podcast. Hailing from Madhya Pradesh, India, Anmol is currently working as a data analyst at Addend Analytics, a Microsoft 365 and data analytics partner. With over 2 years of experience in the data field, Anmol has been making a meaningful impact in his work. Beyond his professional role, Anmol is also a popular YouTuber. He runs a channel called Anmol's PowerBI Corner, where he guides students and aspirant data enthusiasts on PowerBI and data visualization. Additionally, he provides freelancing service in data visualization, helping businesses harness the potential of their data. Anmol is also a valued member of Microsoft Fabric in the data analytics ecosystem, with a master's in data science and analytics and a bachelor's in mathematics. His academic background provides a strong foundation in quantitative analysis. Join us as we explore Anmol's journey, his experience, and his valuable insights in the world of data analytics. Hey, hi Anmol, how are you?
I am good. How's you?
I'm good. First of all, I would like to thank you, Anmol, to you coming to my podcast and accepting my invitation.
Yeah, it's great connecting with you.
Yes. So, Anmol, my first question is to you that what inspired you to pursue a career in data analytics and what was the turning point of you?
Yeah, so my journey of entering into data analytics quite interesting. So basically, I was pursuing my bachelor's in mathematics, and in the final year of my college, I got stuck in my hometown due to Corona. So we all know that in the final year of our college, Corona wave has came. So I was stuck there, and my father is a veterinary doctor. So he used to go to the village just for the animal census. At that time, animal census is going on. So I used to go out with him few times, and they collect data from each household and then later feed it into some app. And after a few months, I saw that a detailed report came out. So I just asked him that what is it and how it is going to help you. He told me that the data we have collected has sent to the government and then they will take decision based on it, like how much vaccines they have to provide to each region and how is the regions are performing. So that ticked me like this is the complete process, like someone is collecting data at a village level and that is helping at the national level and government is using that data. From that time I started getting interested into it, like how is the process of it, how they store that data, because my father is storing it into a notepad and then later uploading it into app. So I got interested and then I explored, which later lead to the exploring of Google Data Analytics certificate. I just enrolled into it and after it I entered into the field of data analytics.
That's something different story from everyone that everyone get into this field because of the looking to the salary or looking to the MNC companies. Your story is too different from the other.
Yeah, because when we start relating to the real life thing, because we usually watch so many things, like we read newspaper, we watch cricket matches. There are so many things related to data, but when we are not aware about it, we don't relate it. But once you start thinking in the other way, we see that in each cricket matches they show bar charts, they show pie charts, they show field distribution. So when you start relating to the real world problem, then you get more interested and you can figure out if you really want to go into this field or not.
Yes. Got it. Yeah. So, Anmol, my next point of discussion is about your degree. Okay, you have completed a bachelor's in mathematics honors. So you have a strong foundation in mathematics. How has that helped you shape your career in data analysis?
Yeah, so mathematics was the major part because from my childhood I was interested in mathematics, and as I said later, I pursued my bachelor's in mathematics. So when I entered and started my master's in data science, then there were few subjects related to mathematics as well. And there are the subjects like machine learning, deep learning, which uses concept of mathematics. So at that time, that the foundation which I built in my school time and in my college time, that helped me a lot. And even right now, while working in the domain and while dealing with the real world problem, we used to create various Power BI reports, or we have to perform various kind of logic to provide the solution. So in that way, mathematics is going to really help everyone. Like when you have to apply logics, when you have to perform calculations, or even when you have to create some sort of models or perform machine learning. So in all those, mathematics plays a vital role. Yeah.
Yeah. So you was the JEE student, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you please share us a bit about your journey from JEE preparation to becoming a data analyst?
Yeah. So I completed my class 10th from Kendriya Vidyalaya. So till my class 10th, I was in KB. And after it, I moved to another city for pursuing the coaching classes for JEE, because all my relatives, and at that time there was so boom that go for coachings. There are so many coachings like PTC, LN. So I enrolled in one, and then I started attending the classes. The major benefit was I got the chance to interact with so many IITians. The faculty there has completed their education from the IIT background. So I got the chance to connect with so many people with such a better experience. So I connected with them. I got to learn so much from them. I also cleared JEE mains, but I was unable to clear JEE advanced. So there was, after it, I have two chances. Like some people suggested that you can take a drop and go for like JEE advanced, or try to go into some IITs or NITs. And the other thing was like go ahead, and in future you can also later get into those institutes. By there are so many exams like GATE and other. So I got enrolled into a CS degree in an engineering college. But during those 2-3 months of period when we enter our class 12 and the joining of the college, I realized that I was mainly interested in mathematics and I want to go into that field. So I told that to my father, and just before the day of my induction of the engineering college, I told him that I don't want to pursue engineering. I want to go into completely like field of the mathematics. So he gave me some money and told me like go take out the admission and go admission into mathematics like degree if you want to pursue. So I just went and I took admission into Bachelor's in Mathematics honors, and then I completed my honors from a college. And after it, as I said, I got into the field of the data analytics.
Yes, got it. The journey was really mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, next point is very important for me as a YouTuber. Okay, and YouTuber Anmol's PowerBI Corner, the YouTube channel that you have created. You are posting the videos about the Power BI things, Power BI interview, job strategies, and many more things regarding data field and Power BI. So, Anmol, my question is to you, in this world of cringe content, how you get attracted towards the education content, and what motivated you to start your own platform, that Amol Power BI Corner, and how has it been involved since then?
Yeah, so from the starting, I love sharing knowledge. I love helping other peoples, and even in my school or college time, I help my like classmates. I help my roommates or to help in their exams, or whenever they face any doubt. I love helping them out. So that thing was really into me from the beginning. And even when I was pursuing my bachelor's, so my main goal was to go into the field of education. Like I wanted to become a professor or teacher. So that thing was always there in me, that I wanted to share my knowledge, whatever I get. So after entering into the field of data analytics, for a few months, I was working like focused on the projects, only doing that. I was learning a skill, but I was missing that kick to sharing my knowledge with others. So once I got little experience, I think that this is the right time to share whatever we learn, because all the peoples, whoever is entering into the field, they look for someone who can guide them, or who can like tell them the real experience of their journey. So I started sharing my knowledge. There are some tools like Topmate. So I created my profile there, and I started interacting with the freshers of this domain. And I also get the chance of interacting with a few other members. So with this process, I got to learn that there are so many people who didn't get chance to get that proper senior who they are looking for. Like for us too, when we are in college, we don't get that senior who can help us and properly properly guide us. So from there, I started this, and after it, I started sharing content related to the Power BI, related to Microsoft Fabric, and then I started posting consistently on LinkedIn. After it, I started blogs, and then finally I moved to YouTube.
Yes, yes, that is amazing journey that you have started the content creation part in the educational field, because
Yeah.
nowadays everyone wants to become a content creator, but not education. That was the priority, I think, not even priority. They want to do a traveling vlogs, food vlogs, and the other trending things. But
Yeah.
that will be really amazing. As of I also have the goal. Why I'm doing. I have asked this question to myself that why I'm doing podcast. I'm education content, but I got the answer. See, at the end, education will still like alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Trend goes, trend change, trend comes. No matters the food bloggers come, every travelers come, go. Everything is different, but till the end, education is the top priority, and till the end, education will be the top priority in this world.
Yeah, more definitely.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So as you are doing the freelancing thing also on Power BI, doing the reports project and the dashboards from last 1 year, my question is to you that what was the most challenging project you have handled as a freelance Power BI developer? Okay. And how did you overcome it?
Yeah, so my first, when we say challenging project, so my first project was the challenging itself, because when you start doing something new, you don't have much experience. Even though you interact with others, you get feedbacks like you can do things like this, but when you do it on your own, you face different kind of challenges, even if it's related to the client's requirement or there are some technical challenges too. So I got one project on which I was working. So my main role was as a support, because the report was developed earlier, but the person who have developed the report has not followed any best practices. They have like created lots of unnecessary measures. Didn't have performed the data cleaning, and there were so many unnecessary steps which had been applied in the Power Query editor. So I got my task was to improve the report performance by keeping everything like normal. It doesn't affect the report. So that was a major challenge for me, that what should I keep, what column should I remove, what kind of measures should I remove or keep it in my report, and how I can improve the report performance. So at the beginning, this was the biggest challenge which I faced, because if you are starting from the scratch, then you can do things on your own. You got the idea that this thing is necessary or what is not necessary. But if you are getting already something pre-built, then you have to be more careful that it should not affect the data quality, or it should not affect the value which is coming out. So all these things you have to keep in mind.
Yes, yes. As we talk about the freelancing thing, Anmol, the people thinks the freelancer get more money. They are the owner of us themselves. They have the time. They can do the work at any time. They can earn how much they can money. But no one knows their other side, how they have to struggle to pitching to the client, getting the project, to submitting the paying the bill, in the payment. There are a lot things of done the freelance don't know that. And even the peoples nowadays, they want to get into freelancing from the corporate world, the toxic culture corporate world, and they want to become a free. So my next question is to Anmol you that the freelancing can be a financial unpredictable. Okay. So what strategies have you used to maintain a stable income as a freelancer Power BI developer?
Yeah, as just you said that nowadays everyone want to be a freelancer, but they don't see the other side. You have to be properly communicate your requirements, the client requirement. You have to set your boundaries too, because you cannot be totally dependent on freelancing just from the starting of your career. You have to do it alongside with your job. So first thing you have to see is how much time you can give into this side work. Like freelancing, we can consider as a side work. So how much time you can give, and then you have to communicate that requirement with client in how much time you can complete the project. And there are other aspects too, like money. You have to keep it as a market. Like there are so many people who are doing great work at low price. So you can't just assume that I will get whatever money I want. So this thing you have to keep in mind. And I will suggest to everyone, if you are just trying to entering into the field of freelancing, at first you should have zero expectations and 100% dedication. You can just have to enter that field. You can reach out to few existing freelancer who are doing this thing, and just ask them that I'm doing such work. You can share your work, or sometimes you have to do some work free of cost, and so that you have that thing within you that you can do and perform tasks. So at the beginning, just go out, explore the things, connect with as many as people you can, and so whatever work you can do, create projects, put it on your social platform. Either it can be LinkedIn, or are so many other platforms also available. So firstly, we have to showcase what we can do. After it, the second thing will be the money. So once you are successful in that, then you can think of like what money we can get.
So let's take the reality check. Everyone has this question when they are getting into a freelancing thing, how much amount of money they can earn. They have this first question in their mind. Can you tell that how much can a beginner expect to earn from a freelancing in Power BI and data analytics?
So as a beginner, I will suggest you are particularly working on a project. If it is a major project, you have to see the requirement of it. Like, is it a complex project which require a lot of data modeling, data cleaning, and other things? Then you can set your price like hourly price up to 700 to 1000. But if it is a small project which you can see that anyone else can do it in a few times, so you have to lower your price as per the market, like 500 to 600 per hour or 400 to 500. So you have to check the requirement first, like, and you also have to check the background of the client to whom you are talking to, like what's their company size or how they are working in the field. So on that basis, you have to decide that what price you can set. And yeah, we can also check various platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, and see what people are setting their price. There are so many experienced people, so obviously they will set their price high because they have already done so much work and they have lots of testimonials available. But as a beginner, we have to check that how we can fit in the market price.
But Anmol, I have noticed one thing in freelancing thing, that you sharing your budget or the sharing your rate. Okay, to let's talk about the specific US client. Okay, when you are sharing your budget to the US clients, okay, I saw that few prices are low. Their mentality is like this is a not good person or not good for the our work, because their mentality is like a low budget, low amount means not good work. More amount, more budget is like good work. I saw this mentality of the US client. So what is your view on this?
Yeah, like that's totally depend on the team. But I also faced this when I was doing the providing guidance and support. So I'm connected with one person, and she was experienced. Like she was working in the domain for 5 to 10 years. But I was consulted, discussed regarding Microsoft Fabric because it is new in the field. So she scheduled the call from the top mate, and I keep it as free of cost because I was just started. My aim was not to earn money. I just want to connect with more and more people. So she suggested me that at least put some price so that people can value your time. So this is the thing, what we can keep in mind. And regarding the quality of work, when we showcase the work on our social media platform, so we can always provide the good quality of work, and we should always highlight what we are doing different from others. So in that way, even if the money is low, but you can say so that we are doing something different which already other people are doing.
Yeah. So coming to the next point, that is personal brand. Okay, Anmol Malviya, the 3 times LinkedIn top voice on LinkedIn. Okay, and even the 8,500 plus followers on LinkedIn, you have created a such amazing personal brand on LinkedIn, social media platform, especially on LinkedIn, where the professional connect. So Anmol, my question is to you that how important is building a personal brand for increasing your earning potential as a data analyst?
So it is the key thing. You have to build your personal brand in this time because in this current period which we are in, so everyone is doing something and everyone is expert in some field. So you have to stand out. You have to showcase what you are doing. You have to connect with lots of people in terms of getting work. So and there is one more thing which I just want to add on related to this. You cannot be focused on only one thing. Like you cannot be just go for only looking for project. You have to do the different kind of things like. You have to post content, you have to post blogs, you have to create videos, and you have to explore as many options as you can, because when we do freelancing or when we do side work, it cannot be consistent throughout the year or throughout the time, because even in the businesses, if we can see, there comes a time where there is a peak season, but there is also a time when there is no business. So same goes in this field. There will be few months where you will be getting a lot of work, lots of projects, but then comes a time when you don't get any. So at that time you will get demotivated. So you have to create multiple source of income. Like it can be either YouTube, it can be Udemy courses, it can be doing projects. So in this way, you can start multiple source of income, and then definitely by with the help of the personal brand, you will get reach to all these platforms. So this has really helped me a lot by connecting with so many people in the domain and getting guidance from them, and also sharing my knowledge.
Yes, yes. Talking till now with Anmol, you are such a person like a multitasking type. Okay, yeah, you are in content creation, you are building a personal brand, even you are the freelancer thing. And now the big thing is about the Udemy. You are doing your personal, you are doing the mentorship through the Udemy platform regarding the data. So we want to know that Anmol, that you have reached thousands of individuals through your content on Udemy till today's date. Okay, so what's the key to creating engaging and education content in data analytics?
Yeah. So definitely, when you start creating something, there is two things. One is quantity, and the second one is quality. So you always have to focus on the quality side. You will always heard that you should be consistent. You should post something regularly. You should daily post at least one thing. But in that case, you will miss the quality. So what I did in the initial time is I was only focusing on the quality content which I can provide. So I was exploring the things not already existing. I see few topics, and that was the major thing when I joined, and when I started exploring, the Microsoft Fabric has been recently launched. So I just picked it. I started creating content related to the Fabric. I created Udemy course related to it, and I just did it for fun. My goal was not to reach thousands of people. I just want to do something new. So I just created it and shared with few people on the LinkedIn who are really excited about what Microsoft Fabric is. So I shared with them. I got feedback that this can be improved or this has been really amazing, which further motivated me to create more such content. So this is like a complete cycle. You have to explore, you have to share, you got feedback, and then you have to rework on those things.
Yes, yes, yes. So, giving the mentorship is big thing, and you are going to give the mentorship through the such a big platform like the Udemy. We wish you the future. You should our course should be come on Coursera, like big platforms. Next question I want to ask you, Anmol. You are a certified teaching trainer. What are the some common mistakes you see new data analysts making?
The biggest mistake I see is people waste lots of time in searching about the good content. They are like creating playlist. They are subscribing so many people on YouTube. They are exploring so many courses, spending time what we can do, creating a plan, but never executing it. So first thing, like most of the people do is waste their time in exploring many options. What I will suggest is just choose one thing, choose a person, whoever it can be anyone, and at least follow it, follow him or follow her for a week. Then you will see that he will be good or not. But don't waste your time like people waste week or month spending their time like exploring YouTube, exploring Udemy or Coursera for good courses, but they don't they do anything. And alongside it, with it, what they do is just start learning a skill, and never do project alongside. Like what they think is, firstly we will learn the complete skill, and once we have completed all the topics, then we will move toward doing project. But in that case, we will forget about the initial topics which we have learned in that course or in that skill. So that was the major thing which students make mistakes. So what they can do is learn a skill and alongside apply that knowledge on and do practical demonstration. So in that way, it will be really beneficial.
Yes, yes, yes. The projects are too important to doing the projects and showcasing the project. On that basis only we get the job, because no one is interested to listen your Power BI definition, how you can help the Power BI definition in interview. They just look into your project and ask your question regarding the project.
Yeah. So, and even in the projects, what I see is they just look for already existing projects. Like they go for YouTube and create just basic project, which all the people on like everyone are doing that only. So, what I will suggest is go for real world problem, participate in the data challenges, or take something different from what is already exist. In that case, you will stand out differently in the interviews, because the interviewer know also that what people are doing from YouTube or what all the people are creating.
Yes, because I also noticed one thing, that on specific YouTube channel, they are just the analysis dashboard
Yeah.
or the sales analysis dashboard. These same projects are coming from the I think when I started that time out today also, many of the new YouTubers are doing that project and publishing that. But moreover, people should focus on the projects that are not done by anyone, or they interested in it, few women, they can do that project. projects. Like anyone is interested is specific in domain, so we can choose their topic from take the data and make the project.
And even someone is switching from any different domain, like someone is already working in a commerce side or finance side, and they want to switch into that, then they can solely focus on this industry based or domain based project so that they can apply those skills and demonstrate that into their interviews. If someone is coming from any other domain which they are working on earlier, so they can create something or they can search for the data set related to their work and create something related to it.
Right. Very true, very true. They have to focus this on also. Focus on this also. Even though I'm saying that the creating the dashboard, people think like the if I created the attractive dashboard, colorful dashboard, the color grading, my color grading it should be good. That matters really to view, on the viewer side. I think that matters, but I'm only the 20 to 30%. Okay. Even I saw the project. One student had done the project. Color grading was top, like 100 or 100. I can say his color grading was poorly. Like he have show the proper like negative thinking red, positive thinking green, proper color match. Okay, but he has in entire dashboard he has put only three charts. Yeah, okay, and I asked, are you only showing the three chart like pie chart, one bar graph chart, and one dot chart? He said that my most of the time I invested in color grading. I'm thinking like this was not output. Okay, this was not out color grading. No one people says who have that type of mentality about the color grading, but some of the people who are properly educated and who are already in this, they don't care about your color grading. They just care about their financial things, how that is growing up, how that is giving it, going in minus. Their view is on that only. So they focus on the text that you are putting in dashboard, not on the color grading. Even when I learn the PowerBI things, I have the also have that mentality of creating the dashboard. I have created the dashboard for Amazon, Netflix. So what I will do, I put the pick their colors only. Like net logo color is red, so I can take the color of the red only, and it total black and red type of dashboard I have created. Even the you can see on my LinkedIn also still there is a that. Okay, I choose this type of color, but after that I got to know that this was something the crazy thing that I am been doing in this, and I have to focus on the results mainly. I have to focus on the numbers. I have to focus on the charts. The color grading part is another thing, but I have to focus on this.
Yeah. So yeah, it is absolutely true. Even in my starting time, I created such dashboards which are like so attractive. We use so much color. Like when we at the initial state, this is nothing wrong. Everybody we learn from our mistakes. So I too created such dashboards. But when we see dashboards from some experts, like there are so many Microsoft MVPs available on LinkedIn, and you can also check data gallery on the Microsoft site itself. When we explore that, there is only two or three colors which experts are using. They are not going behind such catchy colors or highlighting colors. They are just focusing on simpler theme, but majorly focusing on the KPIs they can show in their dashboards, the charts they can use, and they are mainly focusing on the storytelling thing. So this is the key thing. And what I did lately is when I used those dashboards, I shared with some experts and I asked for the feedback. And they literally helped me like our school teacher that you can do this, you can improve this. So you can definitely reach out to the experienced people and take feedback and improve that and apply that in your next time. And with the step, you will improve your dashboarding skills.
Exactly. Even I saw some of the experts, they maximum use 2 to 3 colors, not more than 3 colors, entire dashboard. So, Anmol, coming to us the next point about the portfolio on the project building. Okay. So, you have the also created a amazing thing on the NovyPro. Okay. That was the project showcasing platform for Power BI developers, and also the students use that for the showcasing their project and building the portfolio. Okay, so can you tell us about your personal website, Power BI project on NovyPro? What inspired for this innovation to you?
Yeah. So basically, one day I was just sitting with my friend. He do business related to the gift items. So I was discussing with him like how he maintain the website. He said told me that they have to buy some domain and then maintain it, pay price for it. Then I think that why can't we do it in our technology what we are using? We are using creating dashboards. We are using Power BI. So why can't push the limits and try something new? How we can use that for our personal work. So I just started creating something roughly. I created a very basic dashboard, but later I thought that we can customize it. We can add links, we can add images to improve it and give it a look like a website report. So in that way, I just made it, and then I also got feedback from few my colleagues. I took feedback that how I can improve, what new things I can add. I did. Then I got feedback to add page navigation, make the links clickable. So in that way, I created this and then I shared it on the platforms.
So, the very important question from my side to you, that how do you balance Anmol this personal branding with your professional responsibilities in this data industry?
Yeah, sometimes it's very challenging, but when we do work like project work in our company or even in the freelancing side, there are tough deadlines. We have to do work time. We cannot miss those deadlines. So in that case, there you have to sometimes work on the weekends or off days. And yeah, definitely in between months there are few days when there is less work. So in that time, what you can do is you can create content in bulk and then later schedule them for publishing and schedule for them for later time. And also nowadays everyone is using AI, but how you can effectively use it, how you can automate your repetitive tasks. So in that way, I save a lot of time using the AI and we can say ChatGPT, and I use it a lot. I won't say I'm not using it. I'm using it a lot. It saves a lot of time what others are doing. So in that way, you get some extra time from others, and that time which we can utilize to create content and then later publish it.
Right, right, right. We have to manage each and everything
Yeah.
properly, even on the social media, because when we are handling the social media, we have to keep your eyes on, like, you have to check all the things like 2 to 3 times before publishing anything. Is that right? Check everyone. What I am saying to the people is that is true, not true. Everything we have to think more.
Yes.
Okay, so regarding this thing, I have only one question. That is how you decide which topics cover in your blog, YouTube, and courses. What are your resources? What websites you go through to get these topics?
Yeah, so basically, I just pick the topic which is just recently launched because if you explore Microsoft documentation, like every month they publish a monthly update blog, but every day there is something new. You can explore their official documentation. There are so many MVPs, as I said earlier. They have some beta features like we use in our app. They attend some conferences in which they got the insight about what is coming in the upcoming months. So you have to follow them, what they are sharing on their profile, and then pick them and research about it. And also when I work on various projects, there are so many challenges which we face in day-to-day life. And we generally, everyone, what we do is we just go to Google and paste it. If we got if I see a good documentation or anything, I will follow it. But I will look for questions in which I don't get any kind of proper documentation or proper video. I pick that question and create something related to it. So that will be the thing that your content will be unique and yeah, it will reach out to more people.
Yeah. So, Anmol, in our field, data visualization and data analysis, the soft skills are so important. And there is one major soft skill, that is the storytelling. As you're telling about us, the storytelling is an important thing. This soft skill is very important, more than the communication is important, but the storytelling is very, very important. How you convey your dashboard, what you have done in the dashboard, how you convey to this client. This is very important. So, Anmol, my question is, how important is data storytelling in your work, and what advice would you give for mastering in this skill?
So basically, what happens is, as we discussed in the theme part. So firstly, you have to focus on building a team which is related to client work. Like if they are maintaining any website or if according to their company logo, first you have to follow a simpler theme. You don't have to go for eye-catching colors. And after it, you have to focus on few basic things. We can say best practices. You just have to highlight the major KPIs on the left side of the dashboards because nowadays you ask someone that what is the right time to post something, what is the right way to get reach on Instagram reach, they will tell you everything. But they won't research about what is the best practices to create a dashboard. So in this similar way, in dashboards too, we have this thing like the major the things we have to highlight. We have to keep it from left to right. We have got the options for lot of charts, but we have to choose which chart and which will be right at a particular time. Like if we want to show trends over time, then we should use line chart. If we want to show comparison over various categories. We have to select pie chart. And in that way, you have to first see for the which chart will be suitable at which condition. And then if you use that chart at the right time and at the right place, so that will make your dashboard look different from what others are doing, and it will convey the exact requirement to the client.
So, and my next question is to you that what would you recommend someone go from the beginner to advancing Power BI?
Yeah. So first thing, like I will recommend that what all the people do is generally buy a course or started doing something. But what I will suggest to a beginner is just install Power BI app on your machine and start exploring it. The app, no documentation, no course, nothing. Because when we were child or when we started using mobiles or when we started using app, no one has provided us the documentation or anything. We just learned everything by our own. We just explored, did some mistakes, installed, uninstalled, and in that way, we got to learn so much. So why can't we do that with the tools or technologies which we have to work on? So just install it, get familiar to the interface, drag and drop anything, do whatever you can click on. In that way, you will get familiar to the interface of it, and you will actually relate when you start learning. When you start the documentation or the course, if the trainer is teaching something, then you will click that thing and relate that yeah, I have seen this in the desktop app. So this will be the major thing when you are a beginning. So once you start planning, then you should firstly focus on the basics of Power BI, the various like Power Query Editor and data modeling things, what we do. After it, you should learn about the data cleaning and various connectors which are available in the Power BI. Once you are done with this, then you can move toward the data modeling part because it plays a major role. And there are so many kinds of relationships which we can perform. Once then data cleaning is completed, data importing, data modeling. After it, you have to focus on that. What most of the people do is they start creating reports and dashboard, but they miss out the real thing which in which we have to create measures and columns and perform the actual analysis. So firstly, you have to learn DAX, the various kinds of functions which are available, and in this way you will get ready to like put yourself into interview and got a good opportunity.
Yes. The short but sweet. You can told us the very amazing roadmap for the well from the beginner to advance.
Yeah.
Power BI. Okay. So, from the starting of the podcast, you are saying the one word. Yeah, that is Microsoft Fabric. Okay. So, can you explain the role of Microsoft Fabric data analytic ecosystem?
So Microsoft Fabric has been recently launched. It was like launched around 1.5 year ago in Microsoft Ignite conference, and it is nothing new but a combination of all the existing technologies. So what they did is there are so many other tools available in the data analytics field. Like we were talking about Power BI, there is Synapse data warehouses, data engineering thing, data science thing. Then there are data factories available and data lakes. So for each one of them, what organizations have to do is they have to purchase separate licenses. There are different persons which are experts in that technologies or in that tools. They have to work on it, and it will like bit hard to manage all these at a single time. So Microsoft has just released this Fabric, which is combination of all the existing technology. We just have to purchase the license for it, and we will get everything at a single place. So now a single person will be able to do work of a data analyst, data engineer, data science, and they will now tell like recognize this role as a fabric analytics engineer. So this will be like going in the upcoming 5 years. This will be the major role which organization will be looking for.
Yes. So they have created the one platform where everyone can get. Even I think so. From Microsoft Fabric, there are the some of the social platform like they can first share their knowledge, share their blogs, share their views, and everyone can see that publicly, right? There is also some.
They have created a Microsoft Fabric community in which you can enroll, like we can sign in, it's free of cost. Lots of people post their questions there. You can contribute to it. Like you can post your own questions and answer to the existing questions. In that way, it will be build a solid Microsoft profile of yours. And like I will tell that there are only few people doing that thing. Like I right now I'm consistently contributing on the Microsoft Fabric community. And what I see is even if you answer 5%, only 5%, then you will be in top 2000 people over the world. So you just have to do something and you will be stand out. And if you build, once you build this solid profile, you can put it in your resume or communicate this in the interviews that I will be actively contributing. And from that, I learned how to deal with challenging questions or how to solve them and how to communicate them.
Yes, and what is the term means that fabric analytics engineer?
Yeah, so like it's basically a role. So right now, we came across so many roles like Power BI developer, the data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, data engineer. So all these people do different kind of work. But as we say, Fabric has combined all their platforms. So Microsoft Fabric Analytics engineer will be doing all the things. So he should be expertise in creating data pipelines and data factories. He should be expertise in creating reports and dashboards. He should be expertise in creating machine learning models. So it will be a all-in-one package.
Got it, got it. So it's a new job role, we can say.
Yeah, it will be a new job role.
Yes, yes. So, my next question is to you, Anmol, that what is the biggest career mistake you have made and what did you learn from mistake?
Yeah, so when we say mistakes, so like basically I follow one thing in my life. If we do anything, like अगर हम कुछ कर रहे हैं, तो या तो वो सही होता है या तो फिर सिखाने के लिए होता है, गलत कुछ नहीं होता है. Because हम जिस phase में हैं, we are in a learning phase. So when I started my bachelor's in mathematics, I goes against the society norms that you should go for engineering. It gives better jobs and everything. So that was the biggest thing in my mind when I was pursuing my bachelor's, that I should do something different and I have to prove the people's wrong that even with the BSc degree, you will get a good job or you can get into the IT domain. Engineering degree is not necessary. So I entered into the bachelor's, but the major thing which I missed is not exploring the course or the content or not exploring and connecting with the people who are already doing it. So my main interest was to perform calculation and doing the practical part. But when I got into the final year, there were so many subjects which are totally theoretical, and like I was about to give up. Like I was not even interested. Like what is this? I was getting the thought that did I made the wrong decision of coming into this field. But then I realized that if you communicate these things, like you can communicate this with your professors or your seniors that I am facing this challenge. So you will get guidance on how to deal these things. So I learned this thing. And then when I went for masters, I have messaged hundreds of people on LinkedIn that how is the course you are doing? How is your experience? What are the challenges you are facing? So what I missed in my bachelor's, I applied that at the beginning of my master's and I got feedback from everyone. I got like I communicated with so many people from the different regions of India. I got feedback about the colleges, like should I take admission or not. There are some private universities. So they suggested me, they guided me, and later it worked for me.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Anmol, as you are the mentor on the Udemy, okay, so my question is that some people argue that certificate is not important or add the hands-on experience. What is your view or your take on?
Yeah, so this is a major questions nowadays. Even if we can say certification or if we can say degree, what people think is now they have the thinking of like degree doesn't matter or certification doesn't matter. But when you go for interviews, you have to show, you have to verify that you have did something. And related to the degree, the companies have already set a criteria that you need masters. They wouldn't shortlist you if you don't have degree. So even if you have a skill, you wouldn't get a chance to get interviewed. So these things really matters at the beginning of your career. But once you are experienced, you have some projects, you have some practical work which you have done. After it, you can say that degree doesn't matter much. So you should do some good certifications which are verified from Microsoft or Google's, or there are some other like Tableau, and there are so many more. So you should do one or two good certificate and showcase them, and not only do the certificate just to show them, but also showcase what you learned from it and what you have implemented from it.
Yes, yes, yes. Certificate is important. Even though I saw one blog on the Reddit
Yeah.
platform. Okay, so there is Coursera platform where everyone, there the top companies, even the top mentors are sharing their courses, publishing their courses, and even their amounts are in dollar, literally like 10,000, 20,000. But for the India, they have published that the student scheme, one of the student scheme, they can from the if you apply for that student scheme, you will get the pre-certification course, and even if you want the pre-certificate. I saw the one page like people had done the mini courses from the Coursera, and they are published on the internet also. Nowadays, that scheme is I think ended all. That was the 50% only. You have to pay the 50%. After that, they will give you the part. and then only you will get the certification after the completing of that course, total course or certification. Okay, so people think like the Coursera is not that much big. Even the India and Indian students have the mentality like, yeah, Coursera is not such a big platform. But I saw the profiles of the some of the foreign students, yeah, foreign USA, UK, even in these big countries where the tech is big thing. They have the Coursera's like different standard. Okay, if you are done the single certification of the Coursera, their interviewers view on you is totally different. You have done the certification on Coursera, that was the really different thing.
Yeah, so that's the major difference because what generally happens here is people run behind the result. They don't focus on process. So firstly, you have to learn from it. You have to like focus on each single thing that what they are like teaching. What is the something new which you can create from it? Like what kind of project you can build? People think that if we will get certificate, then we will get the job. This is not the thing. You have to showcase that what you learned from it. You have to showcase that how you implemented that thing. That certificate will be valuable. Otherwise, there are so many companies who will provide you certificates for very low price, or you can say for free. You can create by your own too. So, but that wouldn't matter.
Yes, yes, yes. Even Anmol, you are doing this all the things like content creation, YouTuber, mentorship, Udemy courses, freelancing things. So, have you faced any criticism for your work or content? How did you handle this?
Yeah, so it is a like consider it as a part of process. Like if someone is criticizing it, then take it as a feedback to improve yourself. In the starting, when I started posting on LinkedIn, I was a very junior in the field and even in my environment. So few people has told me that you will do, everyone is doing this. What new you will do, and you will get nothing. I was like, okay, I will try. Even if I didn't get anything, I will not lose anything. Even if I have that self satisfaction that I did something, I just focused on doing that thing. And even while posting on social media platforms, some people as like you generally get the comment like you are copying things or you are using chat GPT or things like that. But thing is, if you are teaching any concept, then you cannot create a new concept. You have to teach that same concept, and example can be same. So you can take it as a feedback and improve on it. And yeah, you can ignore such things. Yeah, because when you even if you when you start getting a good reach or when you start getting feedback from people across the globe, then the same people will say that how you are doing this, how you are achieving this. At that time, you will feel happy inside that now this thing has worked for me.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. So, Anmol, my last question of this podcast to you, that what advice would you give to someone looking to break into data analytics in 2025?
Yeah, that's a like very good question because firstly, I will say that you have to decide that you are actually interested in data analytics field or not. You have to explore your potential that what kind of work you want to do. You want to do the repetitive work or you want to focus on something like daily you want to face some new challenge. So in that way, you have to like firstly decide even if you want to enter or not. And then the skills, everyone knows what skills they have to follow. We have to look for Python, then Power BI, Excel. These are the things. But majorly focus on how you can showcase that skill. And one thing which different you can like someone who was trying to enter in this field, what differently you can do is try to participate in conferences and workshop as much as possible, because this will be going to be the major turnaround in the upcoming year. Because nowadays so many conferences is getting conducted, so many workshops are getting organized. So you should participate in that and you can build connection over there. Because when you go in the conference, you see so many like-minded people and at that time you will realize that यार ये लोग कितना अलग कर रहे हैं. So you get that thing and you got to learn so much from the existing people. There are so many experienced people who will come in those conferences, or you can say workshop. You can communicate with them. You can ask them like what are the different things you can do, and in that case, when you build that connection later, you can use it considering for referrals or job interview. So yeah, these are the few things a beginner can focus on.
Yes, yes, yes. Powerful person, Anmol, as the Power BI developer, Anmol Malviya. Thank you so much for sharing us such a wonderful knowledge and the important things that you have shared through this podcast. Thank you so much for that, first of all.
Thank you, Chetan. Thank you for inviting me on this platform and giving me this opportunity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Anmol. Yeah. I hope you like this podcast. Please let me know in the comment which guests you would like to see on the podcast and any specific topics you would like us to discuss with them. I will try to bring those guests and ask your questions. videos, so you will get more helpful information. Before you go, share this episode with someone. It might really help because one conversation can change person's life and give them idea and new direction. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video.